Hi, I'm Liv Lyons, and we are at Climate Pledge Arena, home of the Seattle Kraken. Being a part of the Black women photographers community has been amazing and instrumental in getting me a couple assignments and roles, and just having a group of women and a group of folks who are all gunning for the same thing in different ways and in different chapters. It's the collaboration versus competition. I mean, brands and organizations from all over the world can tap into their directory, find a Black woman photographer in their market, and help kind of bring down those barriers that have been kind of keeping folks who look like us out of the space. It's a systemic issue, and with Black women photographers, they've really helped chisel away at that big time, and there's a lot of buy-in from organizations and companies. It's been amazing to see, and we've got a pop-in Slack channel where everyone's just giving advice, whether it's film photography, digital photography, sports, music, portraiture. It's just a well of inspiration and information, and I wouldn't be where I am today without being able to tap into that. Photography as a medium was always really present in my life. My parents constantly had National Geographics, Life magazine, People magazine all laying around the house, and so while I didn't get my hands on a camera until maybe middle school, I at least was surrounded by pictures that inspired me, and the one that sticks out the most was my dad getting, Seattle Times in 1995, Mariners playing the Division Series, and there's the photo, the dog pile by Elaine Thompson. And that just I remember being a child looking at that, feeling the emotion that I felt, knowing what happened with the game, having that comprehension, and feeling so inspired that can I make someone feel these feelings through a picture too? And it was all downhill from there. Every game especially, you get to work with someone who I studied in college or have looked up to for a long time, but the ALDS game with Houston that we had here at home, I got to finally meet Elaine Thompson, and I was telling my friend Lindsay Wasson, I'm just dude, her picture did it for me. I want to say something, but I don't. I'm an introvert, I'm nervous. So Lindsay, being the amazing friend she is, just opens up and says it. And Elaine came over and said hi, and it's been great. But to be able to work with a lot of these folks who are just, years into their career and have all this experience and don't hesitate to share, you'll have folks who are of a different cut and want to keep to their business, and that's fine. But to be able to, turn to my now friend and mentor, Alika, and just be hey, I'm looking for some insight here, or to get some encouragement that I wasn't expecting, it's terrific. I need to learn to move a mile a minute like Ben from Mariners, though. That's next. I'm always conscious of how I present myself in a situation and where I am, how much space I'm taking up, how I'm existing. And in that, innately you start to think about race sometimes, and you see those similarities or those differences, and knowing that I'm one of the few Black women out there doing this, or one of the few folks who looks like me, I take that kind of almost with a grain of salt. I take it as inspiration. I do want, I hope that there's some little Black child or Black girl somewhere who just feels totally inspired by seeing someone who looks like them, but at the end of the day, I'm existing as me in this space, and I know that I'm doing my best to make sure that any kind of barriers that are preventing people from doing what they want to do, whether it's sports journalism or what have you, simply because of something that's just part of their very identity, like race, I don't want that to be a hindrance to them. So anything that I can do in my professional and personal life to help bring down those barriers, I believe that's part of why I'm here. We've got a lot coming up on our plate with Circling Seattle Sports, with Converge. Myself, I've got a couple assignments coming up that I'm very, humbled and excited for. But I think out of everything, it's more the opportunity to learn and grow than any singular event. Approaching each game with the mindset of what can I learn, what can I do better this time that I might not have done last time, and what can I do better tomorrow. Work hard, be humble, and be nice to everybody. It doesn't matter if it's the security guy at the door, the team photographer, catering. It doesn't cost you anything to smile, give a fist bump, just be kind. That politeness will get you a long way. You never know what connection that might lead to. I can speak to it personally. So just those few things. Work hard, stay humble, and just be nice.